Your favorite luxury watch brand just lost 14% of its value overnight, and you didn't even know it was happening. While you've been sleeping on these warning signs, collectors worldwide are already jumping ship. These 7 iconic brands are losing customers at the speed of light, and the reasons behind it will shock you. In this video, we're going to spill the beans on some juicy details that the high-end watch business would prefer you to overlook, but you know your guy is always up to date on the latest horological news. These were the brands that built empires, commanded respect, and had wait lists longer than the length of your grocery receipt. But now, their kingdom is crumbling before their eyes in real time. Before we dive deeper, I want to make it clear that I am not hating on these brands. The key is to be familiar with the game, keep an eye on the changes, and protect your collection from harm. So, brace yourselves, because we are about to reveal the exact reasons why these big brands are losing their market dominance. Brand number 1, TAG Heuer, the Formula One that's running out of gas. If there was ever a brand that screamed, "I've made it," without breaking the bank completely, it was TAG Heuer. They possessed the perfect blend of practical luxury and big horology, as well as the Formula One connection and celebrity sponsorships. But right now, they're struggling harder than a rookie driver on Monaco's hairpin turns. The problem starts with their identity crisis. One minute they're pushing smartwatches, and the next, they're trying to compete with Rolex's sports watches. Their Connected series was supposed to revolutionize luxury smartwatches, but Apple already owns that space, and traditional watch collectors aren't trying to charge their timepieces every night. But here's the real tea. TAG Heuer's pricing strategy has been all over the place. They've been pushing prices up without the heritage to back it up. When you can get a Tudor for similar money or save a little more for an Omega, why would you choose TAG? Their resale values are dropping faster than my patience when someone says, "It's just a watch." The brand's marketing has also lost its edge. Remember when TAG Heuer felt rebellious and cutting edge? Now their campaigns feel corporate and safe. They're trying to please everyone and ending up exciting nobody. Meanwhile, younger collectors are gravitating toward brands with stronger stories and better value propositions. Brand number 2, Breitling. When aviation meets stagnation, Breitling built their reputation as the pilot's watch, the aviation enthusiast's dream. But somewhere along the flight path, they've been losing altitude, and it's not looking good for their landing. The biggest issue? Their designs have become predictable to the point of boring. Every Breitling looks like every other Breitling, and while brand consistency used to be their strength, it's now their weakness. In a market where collectors want pieces that tell their unique story, Breitling is offering the same chapter over and over again. Their size game is also off. These watches are thick, heavy, and honestly, not everybody wants to feel like they're wearing a small aircraft on their wrist. The market has shifted toward more wearable pieces, and Breitling has been slow to adapt. When brands like Tudor and Omega are making sleeker, more versatile pieces, Breitling's chunky aesthetic feels outdated. The brand's positioning is also confusing. Are they a tool watch company? A luxury brand? A fashion statement? This lack of clear identity makes it harder for collectors to connect emotionally with their pieces. And in the luxury watch game, emotion drives everything. Brand number 3, IWC Schaffhausen, the engineer that's been demoted. IWC used to command serious respect in the watch community. Their Portuguese collection was iconic, their pilot watches were legendary, and their engineering credentials were unquestionable. But recently they've been making moves that have collectors scratching their heads. The main issue is their pricing strategy. IWC has been steadily increasing prices without proportionally increasing the value or desirability of their pieces. When a basic Portuguese chronograph costs more than some Omega Speedmasters, collectors are asking, why? The answer isn't convincing enough. Their design language has also become stale. The brand that once innovated with bold case shapes and unique complications now feels like it's playing it safe. Their recent releases lack the excitement and innovation that made people fall in love with IWC in the first place. But here's what really hurt them. Their marketing strategy shifted away from the technical excellence that built their reputation. Instead of emphasizing their engineering prowess, they've been trying to compete on lifestyle and fashion. That's not their lane, and it shows. When you abandon what made you special to chase trends, You lose both your core audience and fail to attract new ones. Brand number 4, Panerai, the Italian stallion that lost its stride. Panerai had one of the most dramatic rises in the luxury watch world, from virtually unknown to must-have status in less than a decade. But what goes up fast can come down even faster, and Panerai is learning this lesson the hard way. The brand's biggest problem is oversaturation. They released too many variations, too many limited editions, and too many similar-looking pieces. The market got flooded with Panerai options, which killed the exclusivity that made them desirable in the first place. When everyone and their mother can get a Panerai, it's no longer special. Their case sizes have also been working against them. Those massive 44mm and 47mm cases that used to be their signature are now seen as outdated and unwearable by many collectors. The trend has shifted toward more versatile sizing, and Panerai has been slow to adapt their core offerings. But the real killer? Their design philosophy became too repetitive. Every Panerai started looking like every other Panerai. While other brands were innovating and experimenting, Panerai kept churning out variations of the same theme. Collectors want evolution, not endless repetition. The brand's pricing has also become increasingly difficult to justify. When you're paying premium prices for what essentially amounts to the same watch in different colors or materials, the value proposition becomes questionable. Brand number 5, Hublot, the big bang that's becoming a whisper. Hublot exploded onto the luxury watch scene with their art of fusion philosophy, mixing traditional watchmaking with modern materials and bold designs. But that explosion is starting to sound more like a whimper, and there are some serious reasons why. The brand's biggest challenge is credibility within the collector community. Despite their technical achievements and celebrity endorsements, Hublot has never fully gained the respect of serious collectors. They're often seen as flashy rather than substantial, style over substance. In a market where heritage and authenticity matter, this perception is toxic. Their pricing strategy doesn't help either. Hublot charges premium prices for watches that don't hold their value well in the secondary market. When collectors can buy a piece for 6 figures and watch it immediately lose 40 to 50% of its value, that's not a good look for long-term brand health. The brand's design philosophy, while bold, has also become polarizing. Their aesthetic appeals to a specific demographic, but it alienates others. As the luxury watch market becomes more sophisticated and collectors become more educated, Hublot's flashy approach feels less appealing. Their marketing focus on celebrities and sports partnerships, while generating visibility, doesn't build the kind of collector loyalty that sustains luxury brands long-term. When your brand is more associated with Instagram flexing than serious collecting, you're building on shaky ground. Brand number 6, Mont Blanc, the pen company playing watch games. Mont Blanc makes beautiful writing instruments. Their watches, that's where things get complicated. The brand has been pushing hard into the luxury watch space, but they're fighting an uphill battle against perception and positioning. The core issue is brand identity confusion. When people think of Mont Blanc, they think of pens, not watches. This association makes it harder for them to command the same respect and prices as dedicated watch manufacturers. It's like asking someone to take a luxury car seriously from a company known for making bicycles. Their pricing strategy compounds this problem. Mont Blanc charges premium prices for watches that compete with pieces from brands with decades or centuries of watchmaking heritage. The value proposition becomes questionable when you can get a piece from a dedicated watchmaker for similar money. The brand's design language, while elegant, lacks the distinctive character that makes luxury watches collectible. Their pieces are well made, but forgettable. In a market where each watch should tell a story, Mont Blanc's timepieces often feel like generic luxury rather than purposeful design. Their distribution strategy also works against them. Mont Blanc watches are sold alongside pens and leather goods, which diminishes their perceived value as serious timepieces. Placement matters in luxury goods, and watch collectors want to buy from watch specialists, not pen stores. Brand number 7, Frederique Constant, the value proposition that's lost its value. Frederique Constant built their reputation on offering Swiss luxury at accessible prices. They were the brand that gave you in-house movements, classic designs, and Swiss heritage without the premium price tag. But the market has shifted, and their value proposition isn't as compelling as it used to be. The main issue is increased competition in their price segment. Brands like Tudor, Tissot, and even some Seiko pieces are offering similar or better value at comparable price points. When the competition gets tougher, being good enough isn't enough anymore. Their design philosophy has also become too conservative. While classic designs have their place, Frederique Constant's pieces often feel dated rather than timeless. They're not pushing boundaries or creating pieces that generate excitement among collectors. The brand's marketing and positioning have also failed to evolve with the market. They're still selling the same affordable luxury message that worked 10 years ago, but today's collectors are more sophisticated and have more options. Their distribution strategy has hurt them too. Being available everywhere makes them feel less special. When you can buy a Frederique Constant at any jewelry store or online retailer, it doesn't feel like a luxury purchase anymore. Why this matters to you? Look, the luxury watch game is evolving faster than ever. Brands that don't adapt don't survive. What we're seeing with these 7 brands isn't just bad luck or temporary setbacks. It's the market speaking loud and clear about what collectors want and what they don't. If you own pieces from any of these brands, don't panic. Quality watches are still quality watches, and if you love wearing them, that's what matters most. But if you're looking at these brands as investments or thinking about adding them to your collection, you need to understand the trends. The brands that are winning right now understand a few key things that these struggling brands have forgotten. First, authenticity beats flashiness every time. Collectors want brands with genuine heritage and clear identity, not companies trying to be everything to everyone. Second, value proposition is everything. In a market with so many options, you need to offer something unique at a price that makes sense. Premium pricing requires premium justification. Third, community matters. The brands that are thriving understand that collecting is social. They build communities around their products, not just customer bases. Fourth, evolution is essential. Standing still in the luxury watch world is the same as moving backward. Brands need to innovate while respecting their heritage. There you have it. Watch Fam. The real talk about 7 luxury brands that are struggling to maintain their grip on the market. The luxury watch world is brutal, and only the strongest survive. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we're diving deep into the watch world every week, bringing you the insights, analysis, and real talk that you won't get anywhere else. Until then, keep your watches wound and your knowledge sharp.